Today is day 5 of the Valorant Lockin tournament and we have 2 matches for today. DRX vs Cloud9 and Evil Geniuses vs Talon. Up first is DRX vs Cloud9 and going into this match it was pretty hard to even begin to guess who would win. Both of these teams are good enough to win the whole tournament, but one of them is about to be eliminated in the second round. The maps for this series are Pearl for C9, Haven for DRX, and then Icebox as the decider. For Pearl, each team has played this map once already at this tournament, and no changes are being made to the team comps. C9 looked unstoppable on Pearl, and here are a few highlights of that.
Let's get Zellsis, and here's that diligence I wanted to see. Yeah, deep clearing, lovely work from Zep up. Got a little bit more room to work now. Just a tap on the spike. Timing. Oh my god!
Wait, a second.
What? Zest! Turns in time. Marco pulled off from the diffuser. Now it's the swing from Zep at 10 HP, and now the other side. Wait, Marco got Vanity. The 1v1, but it ain't halfway, and the swings there. Cloud9.
Immediately from Cloud9. It's such a contrast from DRX's attacking half.
RB has to back from
Look at the utility.
It's all encompassing. Stax either has to commit towards standing in the most awkward position on stairs. Zellsis all too aware of it, and then force them away. RB only has one place to play on towards side, and that's so quickly checked. Stax tries to make a play through the wall, but still gets found pretty quickly. Cloud9 just in absolute motion right now. And Buzz, irrelevant to outcome here, flashed off, forced away, Plant coming in. You got Yay, a mile above you, and Cloud9 make it to 12.
So C9 pretty much stomps DRX on Pearl, which is surprising since it's meant to be one of the better maps for both teams. Obviously all 5 C9 players played really well, but Leaf and Zeppa were standouts. DRX just never stood a chance here. Now on to Haven. Ye is sticking to the chamber, and C9 actually have 2 Sentinels and a Phoenix as well. A little bit of an off-meta comp, while DRX have something much more standard. Now obviously this was just against an eco, but you can see DRX were really feeling it on this map.
Try and keep hold of the side, but he has to respect this. They weren't even challenging this on full buys, so as it stands, Cloud9 going to be postured once again for full-on retake.
He's invested, Paranoia sent out already. Buzz and Stax both finding kills. Stax going to double down. Much better from DRX now. Well, they will oh no!
Oh, let's go. Prime Gaming flawless with a little bit of a crouch spam on it too. I'll take that.
DRX end up taking Haven as was probably expected, but it was a little closer than Pearl. Ultimately, I feel like DRX just had the better team comp here. It's their bread and butter. And so now we're going to map 3. For Icebox, C9 have the standard comp, while DRX have a Harbor, and I'm really excited to see how they implement this. There were a lot of good rounds to show for Harbor util, but first, RB got the ball rolling.
Oh, that's a barrel moted.
Yeah, he's seen it as well, yeah.
Yeah, so he's going to sit back a little deeper now. He's reading that RB wanted to isolate that fight. He's not going to give him it.
RB's able to remove another weapon. Could be worthwhile, but 10 seconds left now. Might even just try and get the extra ult orb. Denial coming through from Cloud9.
All right. That could be it. That's lovely from RB.
He's got the lockdown.
Yeah, oh my god, he does. This is going to either quicken the pace or they have to respect it. They're going to try and find the fight here. RB has to back away. He's got to fight again, RB! Incredible! The lockdown gets dealt with, and now Leaf in the 1v1. Time on RB's side! It's impeccable work from RB!
And for specifically the Harbor util I wanted to show round 12, even though it doesn't directly hit anyone here, you can see just how easily it clears out the entire site, and that cascade towards screens is great as well.
Pings come in and Marco denies Leaf, and now just down to Stax and Marco to make this work. Rez coming in more, bodies being put on the spike, but the spike is still not being diffused right now. Zellsis, the second attempt at it now, has to be dealt with. Oh, and it is Stax! Incredible work, and DRX are immovable at this point!
DRX stunned everyone on Icebox and beat C9 13-2. It helps they got to start on attack, but they utilized the Harbor really well, and I think from this point onwards we're going to be seeing a lot more Harbor on Icebox if teams can't figure out how to counter him. This means that C9 are already eliminated from Lockin. Meanwhile, DRX go on to face the winner of our next match. The second match for today is EG vs Talon. EG were pretty favoured going into this one, considering how well they played against Heretics the other day. The maps for this series are Haven for EG, Split for Talon, and then Icebox as the decider. Talon have already changed their team comp since their last match, opting for a Jet rather than a Raze. Meanwhile, EG have a KO instead of a Sky. For Haven, take a look at this round, because it really shows just how chaotic this whole map was.
Line should get off, I think, before the knife hits. Oh, well, not quite, but you can see the rolling thunder. Yep, they want to fight this one. Right up close into the smokes. The classic right click, a bit of a free gun moment by the way, just running and gunning, and it is pure chaos. It's pure pandemonium, but somehow EG have come out on top.
Talon actually managed to bring back Haven despite being down 9-3 at the half. Their Jet and Breach especially went crazy on the defense. Pretty weird map of Valorant, to be honest. There were just thrifties and force buys all over the place. But yeah, Talon managed to bring it back. Now on to Split for map 2, and I find it interesting despite this being commonly referred to as Cypher's best map. EG are running a Killjoy instead, and Talon have no Sentinel whatsoever. For Split, take a look at this round and how the extra pressure made the lineup miss.
Has to do is survive, and he's making it so much more difficult for them. They know that the lineups are being played. It's a reflank. Com pushes him off the angle, so he can't fire the second snake bite. A tap onto the fuse, but he's just fired it off into the air. And will there be enough time?
No time.
Sticking it, Ethan gets on it, and the molly, well, it misses.
The molly missed!
It goes wide. Ethan just about gets it. 0.12 on the clock.
And then this round could haunt EG for a while.
An overheat moment, they've crossed through past his own Viper Orb, satcheling across Jorgen mode. Everybody's vulnerable up, but will it even matter? Still the EG players, they take the good fights.
I'll used to see BCJ and Def go for these crazy long lurks.
EG players though just need to play their lives, play it for time if they can. And
But
no,
it's not
it's been
planted.
watched for.
It's not planted for BCJ.
And it's not planned for it. Oh, and the pull! Oh, it's at the top! It's right on the top, and it does not disrupt the defuse.
Talon once again end up coming back from being down at half time and win 13-10. Garnet played really well on the Raze, and for the series as a whole, EG only won 4 attacking rounds. I don't know if that says more about their attack or Talon's defense, but that's how it went today. This means EG are eliminated from the tournament, while Talon will versus DRX to qualify for the top 4.